Hi, and welcome back to Community Hotline. I'm Monica Weitzel, and we are here at MetroEast Community Media. And if you watched the last segment, you saw us talking with Greg Matthews about the spirit of Christmas and how that is a fundraiser for SnowCap Community Charities with their Fill a Bag program. And now we have the pleasure of talking with SnowCap Community Charities. Representing them is Judy Alley. You are the Executive Director. Thanks for being here, Judy.
Oh, thanks for inviting us.
You bet. And Kirsten Wageman, you are the Program and Development person. What is that? What is it?
Yes.
Is it program development or program and development?
She's actually going to be the assistant director very quickly, so that's an easier name to remember.
Wow, isn't that special?
She does
very
it all.
Exciting. Yes, I know, and she's good at it.
Yeah.
So thank you both for being here. Tell me, this is always kind of a tough time of year for people who just don't have enough food, or or people at the poverty level. Tell me, how are things this year?
Well, people raise their expectations, the children, the family, about what's going to happen at home during the holidays.
They see all the ads on
exactly.
TV. They
what you see on TV, and your classmates, and it's just what's hard all year long becomes harder.
Heartbreaking,
during
actually,
the holidays.
sometimes I would think. But you have kids, and
she has three little wonderful girls. Yeah.
I have met her children.
Yes,
they are wonderful.
Thank you.
But can you imagine if you just couldn't afford to, to feed them, much less get them Christmas presents? How hard that would be? How hard for you as a parent that would be?
Well, that is why she volunteers to lead our toy program. And Kirsten provides toys for 1,200 kids every Christmas. Because you're right, she does feel it keenly, because her children are thankfully blessed to have Santa visit their house. But she understands.
So what do you do to get 1,200 toys? That's a lot of toys.
It's a lot of toys.
It's more than just 1,200 toys.
Yes, we do it with a lot of help. We do it with businesses that have barrels. We do it with families that just decide that they want to make a difference for another family. We do it with partnerships with KGW and the Great Toy Drive.
With fire department.
Yes, with the fire department, absolutely, and with Les Schwab as well. And so
we have community partners.
Yes,
a lot of community partners, and they make it happen. We've already filled our program. It's amazing that it's just early November, and our program's already has all the children signed up, and the parents will come, and they'll have an appointment, and they'll be able to shop for things that their kids like.
See, that's really nice when they're able to shop for those.
Well,
because they know what their kids want.
It's not, now, people enjoy giving toys to children, but what Kirsten's team does is support the parent in making the selection, and then when they get home, there's no difference whether they went to the store or whether they went to SnowCap.
So something the parent approves of, for one thing.
Yes.
And so they're providing for their child, as opposed to us do-gooders coming in and taking care of their children. That is
I'll never
just
forget
so
one place
bad.
I worked where we decided we were going to adopt this family for Christmas, and everybody brought all this stuff. It was way too much stuff, for one thing.
Yeah.
The family had no place to put all this stuff. And I remember realizing, we're really not helping here. We need to be more conscious of how we're helping somebody.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned Adopt a Family, because we also have an Adopt a Family program, and we could still use more sponsors this year.
For you viewers out there, pay attention now.
Somebody's listening. And we have seen companies and groups that just go all out, and they mean really well. But sometimes after you've given 2 or 3 gifts to each person in the family, the best thing, the thing they need most, is to catch up the back rent that they
Give them
owe the landlord.
Visa gift certificate or something,
Well, or to pay the heating bill, so that they don't have lots of wonderful new toys and clothes and gadgets and the heat's turned off, or they're evicted. I mean,
or give them a toy that you have to play with electricity, but there's no electricity.
Yes. Right, right. Yeah. So we got to think of the context here.
So if people want to give, what's your biggest need right now? Is it food? Is it
volunteers?
Volunteers.
SnowCap always needs some food, some volunteers, some clothes, some toys. But right now, our biggest need is volunteers.
And why is that? Why is that
Well,
different now?
because the community is growing, and as it grows, we have more people coming to SnowCap. We need to have more volunteers
To help serve them.
Yes.
Okay.
And we have also partnered with the Oregon Food Bank for a more in-depth client database that
Oh.
requires more time interviewing the client.
And entering the data and keeping
Yes.
it updated and all that good
And
stuff.
so that takes more interview time. More volunteers do that interviewing, and so it's more time consuming, and we need more.
But you're providing better service. for
Way
your
better
people.
service,
Yeah.
and we're hope to get this statewide, and we hope to be able to see like what are the dietary needs, how many diabetics are there,
You'll be able
how
to
many
track that
celiacs.
information and
Right, and so for when we do food drives, we'll be able to say, instead of let's concentrate on tuna and peanut butter, we need some gluten-free foods
Right,
for our special
right.
shelf, or we need some sugar-free items.
makes sense.
We just want to target our
Right.
giving more
Well,
effectively.
Be able to provide for those people that need it.
Right.
Yeah, because what are you going to do if you get a bunch of bread and and you can't eat it?
And it makes people
Exactly.
sick.
Yeah.
So I hope that you're sharing Nate Larson's number. 'Cause
Nate at snowcap.org for
that's
one thing.
right, because really,
He's your volunteer director.
He's our volunteer coordinator.
Yeah.
And we traditionally have asked people to make commitments, like for a week, at 1 day a week forever. And I know people's schedules have changed, and that's not the way they schedule things anymore. So we've been able to redesign some of our jobs to make them once a month commitments.
Okay.
And
which isn't asking much, really.
I don't think it is. And then some of them, we have some in the evenings and some on the weekends.
So you're flexible.
We're trying to be more flexible about the commitment we require. Kirsten has some projects, the auction, for instance.
When is that? What can you tell me about that?
Our auction is SnowCap's only major fundraiser, and it happens in March. It'll be on March 12th of 2016, and we need volunteers who are good representatives and salespeople in order to explain to our guests. We have 350 guests that all come together at the Holiday Inn at Portland Airport and share an evening together. The last couple of years have been amazing. We've raised over $119,000
That's great.
for SnowCap programs, and in order to pull that off in one evening, it takes a lot of people doing a lot of things.
Those events are very labor intensive as far as
They are,
volunteers,
and
yeah.
they're raffles and
Yeah,
games and
yeah,
things,
but they're
and everybody needs to know the rules for each different thing, and she's
when
got
is-
a
when
great
is that?
team.
Is that
On March 12th of 2016.
It's a Saturday night?
Yes, Saturday night.
I remember going to one when it was around Valentine's Day. We used to do that.
But the weather is so
It's iffy, yeah, it's
during
iffy.
the Valentine's
It's a little better,
time.
yeah.
in March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good deal. So that's something people can look forward to. But in the meantime, you need people now.
Yes, and we need, if you can't volunteer, consider adopting a family at Christmas. It really makes such a
That's the
difference.
best thing about volunteering is if you have the money and you can give it, great. Or if you have, but if you don't have the money and you can give your time, great.
don't need
So
to
all those
have-
things are good.
That's right,
Whatever
right.
works for you. There have been times when I couldn't afford to give money, but I had some time. So
Well,
that's,
and sometimes it's not about money and like that. People go through times in their lives where they may be a little blue. Things, maybe you're, lost there's a divorce
Yeah,
or
there's been some
poor
loss
health
or something,
some
yeah.
things like that. And you really just need to get back on the horse and make some new friends and get
Yeah.
involved. And we
just
really
be somebody
have
to talk to. And
the best people
Yeah.
in town, really.
Well, in SnowCap, I don't know if we already mentioned how many volunteers we have. We are so
1,000.
blessed. There's only 9 paid employees at SnowCap, and we have 1,000 volunteers. So truly, we are a
Wow.
volunteer-driven program. Without our volunteers, there is no way that we could
not.
serve
We're
our
feeding
clients.
9,000 people a month. Now, you can't do that with 9 people.
No, you cannot.
And half of them are part-time people.
Oh, wow.
So it's the volunteers. SnowCap is the volunteers.
And you have good community partners who
Oh,
support, and they, I think, bring a lot of volunteers.
Yes, they
don't
do.
they?
Right,
Yeah.
right. There are many fine employers that give paid release time to their employees to
That's
volunteer.
pretty darn cool. Yeah.
I know. I
Yeah.
think that's remarkable.
Yeah, that's something to be thankful for.
Yes.
Every day.
We have a lot to be thankful for in this community.
What are
This
you
is,
most thankful for this year, Judy?
Oh gosh, just I'd say the generous people, the food drives are just going really well.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, sometimes it's not that
Yeah,
good, but
yeah.
it looks very promising. Things are looking good.
What do you think? What do you think is the thing that's most needed as far as food? Do you have any idea? Like this year, I know you talked about sometimes we ask for peanut butter and tuna fish or whatever. Is there anything that you hear about, like baby food? Is that something you need, or?
Actually, we're doing pretty well with the
You doing
baby
that?
food,
Okay.
and that is something that's consistent all year long.
Okay.
I mean, babies need to eat every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
But I have this dream of maybe we can offer holiday meats like hams and turkeys.
yeah.
Would be so nice.
Things that are perishable.
Yes, we have
You do
coolers
have-
and
you have
freezers.
produce,
we have
you know,
the
you have
infrastructure.
garden. You have
we
a
have
garden,
gardens.
yeah.
Yes, yeah. We have
You've got
the
that
stuff to do that. It's just that, and right now we have nutritionally balanced food
Mm-hmm.
boxes, but the protein is often
The meat or the rice and beans
rice and
combination,
beans or peanut butter and
Yeah.
stuff. It's perfectly healthy and very good, adequate.
but not
it is
always a treat, is it?
It's not what you gather the family around together at Thanksgiving and Christmas.
yeah.
And those dinners are more than just food.
Oh yeah, that's a time for the family to connect and to be grateful for what they have, and because even if you have just a little bit, you always have something to be grateful for.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so
Well, anybody in this country has.
exactly,
We're
exactly.
very lucky here.
So if say a small company wanted to adopt a family, or they just wanted to do something, or or a family wanted to do something for another family, how would you suggest doing that? Is it like to provide meat? What would you suggest? Would they buy it and bring it? Would they donate money for you to buy it? What's the best, most efficient way to do that, or
If they want
effective way?
to contribute holiday meats for holiday tables like hams and turkeys,
Right.
they should buy it and donate it.
Okay.
We can get food for $0.05 a pound through the Oregon Food Bank, and it is good, healthy food, nutritious, and we couldn't do what we do without the Oregon Food Bank.
Right.
But it is not hams and turkeys.
Okay, so go out and get your hams and turkeys.
Yes.
Bring them on down.
Yes.
Frozen.
And volunteer while you're here.
There you go. I love it.
Drop in with the turkey, and we can take that in the fridge, and then you can come right in and interview some clients.
I think that's great. You also take clothing and other
Yes,
things too, right?
warm clothing at this
Yeah,
time of the year,
yeah.
don't you
Yes,
think?
hats and mittens and new socks and underwear. We find that it really, I think in my own life as well, but when someone comes in and they're cold and they're hungry and things are looking not so great in their life, a new pair of socks and fresh underwear, there's
a
nothing
great
like it. It really is.
It's a fresh start.
It's a sign of hope. And
As tried as that may sound, it really is. Yeah.
it really is. And
We're
there's
all about the basics.
Yes, hygiene items, soap and shampoo and conditioner and diapers and feminine hygiene products. You think about not having those things when you need them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to move beyond the basics without.
So the Fill-A-Bag program is food.
Yes, the Fill-A-Bag is food. Riverview Bank is kind enough to sponsor this, and Gresham Ford, they've enlisted as one of their major sponsors. And the Outlook, there's several large sponsors.
Yeah.
So I would urge your viewers to look around for barrels. You want to name some of the places they can like
Well, right
the
here at
bank
Metro East
and
Community Media, there'll
MetroEast,
be
yes.
there'll
We'll have
be
a
one.
barrel here.
Yes.
The City of Gresham.
Yes,
Yes,
City of Gresham, and the Hangout,
Okay.
and
That's a good
they're
excuse to
escaping
go to
me.
the hangout.
You can look at the snowcap.org and click on the Fill-A-Bag button, and there's
Okay.
a list of businesses there.
Okay,
That's
that's
going to
the
be
best.
more reliable than my memory right
Yeah.
now.
And go to the
I didn't
website
mean to
for
put you on the
No,
spot.
it's okay.
and go to the website for most of the information
That's right.
you need,
Absolutely,
right?
it's all
It's
there.
all on the
Okay.
website.
And then call Nate if you want to volunteer. And
Yes.
That's right.
yes.
It's a great guy to get to know.
Good, good. Well, I appreciate you being on, and I think this is really important that communities come together at this time of year, and all times of year, but really, it really shows it during the holidays, and I hope we can make it better for most of our community. So thank
Well,
you so
this
much,
is a great
Judy.
community.
Thank you,
Thank
Kirsten.
you.
It is, it is.
Thank
And,
you.
we will hope you both have a very happy holiday.
Thank
We
you.
will. You too.
Thanks. Thanks for watching Community Hotline. I'm feeling good right now. I hope you all are too. So get out there, volunteer, donate, do what you can to help make the community a better place to live. Thanks for watching Community Hotline. We'll see you next week.